Hey, what's up, boys and girls? Okay, so today is quite an interesting one. So the reason this is going to be a kind of a cool tutorial and a kind of a really required tutorial is that on the other end of the commercials that I've been having for the last 20 god years is a lot of issues of luminance and gamma and chroma and auto QC doesn't work and manual QC works and angry people and what have you. So what I'm showing you today is literally what you should do to every commercial prior to uploading to your digital distributor. And that's kind of like putting a broadcast safe on everything. Now, what does broadcast safe mean? And the amount of times I've heard people saying it looks fine here, don't know what you're talking about. This is what this is going to go through. Now, the groovy guys over at RippleTraining, Steve and Mark, as always, have managed to bring open a great plugin for Final Cut Pro 10. Now, in Adobe, use an adjustable layer of RGBs. In Flame, it clips the levels. In Resolve, it actually clips out as well, and that's deep in settings, but I can go into another video of that. I'm going to focus on Final Cut today because it's very quick, it's very clean, it very shows you the problem and what we're trying to do. So I'll put this link in the description below, as always, and all you do is download, you install, and then when you come back over, I just want to show you what the problem we're trying to solve. So here's my fantastic BMW that I borrowed from the interweb. I'll put into the timeline. It's just a 1080, nothing special. And I do Command and 7, up come my scopes. Now, you can look at either way. So you can look at Parade, which is quite cool. You can look at Luma, and you can also go and check out your Chroma Parade as well. So these are the ones, it's kind of, each person's got their own way of doing it. What I like to do is literally look at my Luma, and then I can see what's my white and what's my black. And this is the world you're living in. You're living at 100% and you're living at 0%. Now, there is a thing called EBU 103, which allows you to have some transients, which live over around about 103 and back and forward and stuff. What I want to kind of get a good practice is sitting on 100%. And mind you, this is all Rec 709 HD. When we're going to Rec 2020 or D3 or something of that nature, that's a different promo, different tutorial, different thing altogether. I'm talking about commercials and high definition needing to get out the door. So if I was editing my little beautiful BMW clip, I'd be happy as Larry. That is fine, I have no problems. When I start sticking in, say, a 3D title, I come back through here and now you can actually see that this is screaming up through the roof. So it's obviously the flare off this, the letters here, that's coming up, that's under a 0 as well. So you got sub blacks, you got over, and it's actually quite quick, and it sits and behaves when it goes away because you're going back to the original image. But as you can see, when I go back, it's actually ripping through the roof. So that would be a good old-fashioned fail. And everyone would look at it and say, but it's white. What are you doing? You know, I think you're a horrible person. It's like, no, this is what it's at. So how do we fix it? Fix it through adjustment layers. So if I grab my RT adjustment layer through here, I drag it on, that's not the fixed problem. Problem's still there. What you need to do now is grab your broadcast clamp and chuck that on the adjustment layer. And like magic, it clamps it down. Now, words to the wise. If you've got colors, if you've got other really ripping graphics, you need to be careful when you start putting broadcast filters on because it could degrade the channel brand, it could degrade the colors. In this case, it just actually clamped everything down and it's got out the door. So I would put that on top of the edit that I'd have. I wouldn't export and bring it back in. I'd have a raw edit. I'll put it over the slate as well because slates are normally black with white text and the white can get ripping through. The black can be in sub as well. So I, as always, good practice, put an adjustment layer on top of everything I finish, put down the broadcast safe, and always remember to do it to the length of the clip. Because if I was to spit this out now, this would be the wrong duration and it would fail in duration as well. So just a couple of things to keep an eye on. But what I'm going to do in the series very soon is show you all about building the spots, the gotchas there. I just want to get this out because I see it every single day and it's a nice quick win to show you guys to actually put a broadcast safe on there, put it on top of the adjustment layer. Don't put it on your individual clips, you will lose your mind. Make sure it's an incumbent layer on top and then it all filters back through and you should be great. Alright guys, I hope this helps and as always, have a great day.